All right, I'm about to react to Shia LaBeouf's interview on Channel 5 YouTube, okay? Let's do some context setting here, right? Shia LaBeouf's doing an interview about 2 weeks after he made a big splash by getting into a lot of trouble in New Orleans. And before I jump into this, I want to start by saying this. I don't know if I ever would have known that this interview took place if Maggie, my colleague, had not sent it to me, okay? Maggie is my assistant, among other things, and I've asked her to put on my plate every other day a list of things that are happening in like pop culture for me to react to. And this is a point I'm making just to like really underscore how segmented what pop culture is today. Maggie sent me a text right before I started this that said that this interview was really buzzing and going around. I haven't heard a peep about this interview. It has almost 2 million views already, okay? Also, the channel that it's on, Channel 5 YouTube, I think is what it's called. I've never heard of this. There are 3.5 million people subscribed to it. I've never seen this host before. He says that he does tours in front of sold out shows. Never heard of him, never seen him, all right? But I do know who Shia LaBeouf is, and that's important because there's a point I'm gonna make shortly after I start watching this video, all right? Let's start watching the video. Before we even start the video, I see a man who I believe is a few years older than me, who looks at least 10 years older than me because his eyes are going like this. One's smaller than the other. I'm trying to make a point that he looks weathered. He looks worn, all right? He looks like he's been going through it. He looks very wrinkly. He looks very gray. His body looks like it's sort of shrinking into itself. And he has a glassy but grizzled look in his eye, which, to be honest, Shia LaBeouf, he like kind of be going for that look. I think that's like the look that he wants to portray. I think he is running from the look of and the identity of like a soft child actor, for lack of a better way to put it. Like he's kind of doing the Drake thing where we all came to know him as a little boy and he wants us to see him as a man. And I think that what being seen as a man to some people means is that they think that means looking tough. And looking tough to them means looking worn down. I don't, we can go back and put the pieces together on that, but that's what I see here. All right, let's begin the video. He's sitting on this couch.
Channel 5 News, what's up?
We made it.
Yeah, we made it.
Live from uptown New Orleans.
All right. I was going to get to this point in about 7 seconds, and I'm not going to stop right here and make the whole point, but I do want to say this. I just did it, actually. This is a veteran. This is someone who's been in this for 30 years. The interview starts. He looks straight into the camera and says, "Hey, y'all." He's talking to the 2 million people who have already viewed this thing in less than 2 days, okay? And he knows they're going to view this thing in less than 2 days because he is a veteran at this. There's a rhythm in this. You go outside, you make a mess, you go sit in front of a camera, and you promote yourself for the next mess that you're going to make. That is the cycle of buzz that you see the biggest stars in Hollywood make. I'm going to start saying some shit more straight on here. I know a lot of famous people. I know famous people at the top of the fame ladder. I know famous people in the middle. And then I know famous people who are like famous in their world, like influencer types. You know what I mean? And the ones who are at the top of the ladder, the ones who are the best at staying famous, are the ones who never take a day off of staying famous. That is why there's so many people out there who think they have something special and they want to be coy about it, and they want the cameras to accidentally find them because they're just so talented and special and interesting. And they really, actually makes me quite angry because they really believe that about themselves. There are people out there who are like, I'm not going to put myself out there. They're going to find me. And it's never, ever, you will die without that happening. That's a promise to you, because the people who get famous, even just the level of notoriety and audience that I have today, right? The people who are all the way from the bottom rung of noteworthiness all the way to the top high level A-listers of fame, they are working at being known every single day. It's not happened to any of them by accident. The ones who are pretending to hide from the cameras are not hiding. They are making a spectacle even in their hiding, okay? If you see them, it's because they want to be seen. And this boy right here, Shia LaBeouf, is not making any excuses about it. He looks straight in that camera and says, "Hey y'all," instead of saying what's up to the host. Let's keep watching.
Did it.
Less than 1 week after Mardi Gras, right?
We did it.
Oh, exactly 1 week since Fat Tuesday.
Bro, the fact that you're still talking, didn't you have a voice problem earlier?
Yeah, I had a voice problem.
What was the voice problem?
I've just been touring a lot and just like yelling.
What's touring?
Just like going to different cities and screening documentaries.
All right, Shia's asking the host questions. I'm gonna tell you what he's doing right now, okay? You're gonna see this a lot with famous people. He's pretending to be interested in what this guy has to say. He already made the point, which is that I am here to talk to you, the audience. The host here is a pass back. You know how people will play tennis by themselves against the wall and just keep whack, whack, keep hitting the wall with the ball? That's what the host is here for. If you get around famous people, you will get the feeling all the time that you are just a pass back for the sound of their own voice. You are only there. I went to Kanye's house, right? Kanye, this is years ago before kind of the breakdown and everything. I'm a stranger. He doesn't know me from Adam. We've played basketball a couple times. We go to brunch with his friends. We go to the house. I'm not in the house for 20 minutes. Kim Kardashian's there. This is actually a very crazy story. Kim Kardashian's there. Their newborn child is like less than 2 days old in a bassinet there, right? This is probably 7 years ago or so. Kanye don't know me from Adam. He barely knows my name. He says, "Yo, man, I got to show you the bathroom," right? Why? He wants, I am a new set of eyes. I'm a new person to make enamored by Kanye. I'm a new person to give him the feeling of, wow, I'm a spectacle. Wow, I'm interesting. Wow, I'm awesome. He says, "Yo, you got to see the bathroom. It's a new house that they just built." So he wants to take me to this amazing, like ridiculously fantastical bathroom that they have. And it's crazy. It's a crazy looking bathroom. He walks me through the house. The house is insane, right? But he just needs one more person to react to his greatness. Shia LaBeouf is that person. That is something that famous people, it is a medicine. It's an addiction. I shouldn't say it's a medicine. It's an addiction, which is that every new person they sit across from is a new person to give a feeling of wow to, so they can reflect back on them. I also want to make one other point, which is I was on a kids TV show when I was like 12. It's called Adventure Camp on the Discovery Kids channel, okay? They bring you in, they put you around all these cameras. There's no script. Your job is to just be a zoo animal in front of cameras. And I learned young, I'm going to make a Shia LaBeouf connection here. I learned young, right? When I went back to my hometown and the show came out and all the kids at my school had seen me on TV, I learned what it felt like to all of a sudden be seen as a new person because somebody chose you to put you on camera. Now that happened to Shia LaBeouf when he was young, very young, less than 10, right? That first happened to Shia LaBeouf when he was under 10. He's over 40 now. And as I can imagine, he has been trying to recycle, to replay that feeling of that first time probably when people thought it was new and interesting and fresh, that wow, someone chose you. Wow, you're famous. Wow, you're special. But he can't get it back because everything's different now, because we choose ourselves with these machines. I'm preaching. Hold on, let's continue.
But when I get on stage, I yell the name of the city, so I'll be like, Orlando!
You should, yeah.
So gradually it's faded. But I haven't yelled New Orleans yet. Maybe I could try when we wrap the interview.
All right, don't do it right now. We got to talk.
Okay. Let me know where we're going.
I like this setup, bro. It's so solid, bro. It's holistic.
They're
Well, bro,
pretending
thank you
that
for
they
making
don't
the
know
time.
the interview started.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Easy.
I think a lot of people probably saw some of the Mardi Gras media coverage,
No, I understand.
heard about the arrest and stuff.
God bless him.
Likely want to know how you're doing.
Bro, I've been having the time of my life. You know, I got some contrition on my heart, you know what I mean? It's not nice to hurt people, ever. It's fucking lame. People got hurt, I got to deal with that.
All right, I got to say this. He's giving a speech right now, okay? The host asked a question, and he's not even looking at the host. He's running through a checklist of things that he told himself before the camera started he was going to make sure he said in this interview. Every time you watch an interview today, in the first 5 to 10 minutes, pay attention, okay? This goes for if it's Brene Brown's show, if it's Armchair Expert, I've been on both of those shows, if it's the news, if it's a sports interview show, if it's whatever it is, in anything that is content where two people are talking to each other, in the first 5 to 10 minutes, think about it like this. in a football game, the offensive coordinator knows the first 15 plays he's going to call no matter what the defense calls, because that's the script. That's what you come in with to set the tone of what it is that you're going to try to do in that game. Celebrities do the same things in an interview. They come into that interview, no matter what question this host started this quote unquote interview off with Shia LaBeouf was going to say the same thing. That's already in his head. The host is not there. The host does not matter. This is about Shia and us. Shia is teasing us. He's telling us, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And now he's going to continue over the course of an hour to tell us why we should still care about him and how to see and where to see him next. Hook, story, offer. It's the same no matter what you're watching. Same format. This is how famous people, celebrities, and media entities have kept us on a nonstop gerbil hamster wheel, following whatever it is they want us to do since, honestly, since the beginning of time. But we can say since the invention of the visual format. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna deal with that. I'm gonna deal with that in full.
Yada,
I'll eat
yada,
it all.
yada.
It's
Okay,
on me.
dog.
It's not on them. It's on me. I fucked up. It's on me.
Oh, it's on me. It's fucked up. It's on me. He's like acting like he's Tupac. All right, bro. Come on.
1000%. We're not gonna play games.
Yeah.
But I had a great time.
Friends or
An ad.
significant others, relationships aren't always easy.
You know what? I shouldn't just gloss over the ad. That's what we're here for. It's not an apology. These two people making money. He might have paid Shia LaBeouf for this interview first and foremost. Probably did have to pay him something. But also, 2 million people have seen this. That is valuable ad space. That's what we're here for. Don't forget that while you're watching someone pretend to be some kind of Zen, some like Zen sorcery worker as he talks through his story and all of his philosophies and like YouTube diatribes. Remember that these two people are in a transaction with you in the middle, right? These two guys sit in this room and talk. They make a video out of it. It's lightly edited. Doesn't need to be edited very much. Drop it on YouTube. Sell ads on it. You, the person spending an hour watching it, you are the asset. Like, you're for sale in this transaction, which is why all he has to do is fill this hour up with absolute gasbaggery nonsense. And we're here for it, man.
Definitely. Just like partying at Mardi Gras in
Nah,
general.
more than that. Something further than that. Something like sacred, bro. Something like joy is sacred, bro. And I don't know. I keep talking like weird, like, cause we're camered up. So I'm thinking I gotta talk for a big audience. I'm gonna talk for me. Let's start over. Click.
Okay. I do this all the time, but I gotta say the truth. People who want to seem deep are always trying to break the fourth wall. They're always trying to be like, the cameras. Shy, we get it, dog. You've lived your entire life with cameras in front of you, okay? That's not new. You're not being revelatory here. Of course, the cameras.
Start the whole interview over. Start the interview over, bro.
All right, we're here. Shia LaBeouf live, New Orleans, 1 week after Fat Tuesday.
Start the
How are you
interview
doing
over,
1
bro.
through 10?
Blessed.
Okay, so that's a 10.
It's a 10. Yeah, bro, I feel good. I mean, I got shit I got to answer for, but overall, I feel good. I came out here heartbroken. I speak to you now as a man who's filling my heart up.
How long have you been in New Orleans for?
14 days, 12 days.
So did you come down like for Mardi Gras? Or
If there is one person who thinks that Shia LaBeouf is being authentic in this interview, if there's one person whose heart is genuinely touched by his story, I want to find that person. I want to reach that person, and I want that person. I want to shake that person from doing their sleepwalk through life. Like that. If there's anything else, it is that if there's nothing else that I want with anything that I do or say or offer to the ether by way of content, it is that I want us to get all on the same page about people being inauthentic, about people being contrived and manipulative when they get in front of cameras. That's the only thing I want, right? I try to make a bit out of telling y'all when I'm being contrived and manipulative using these cameras. They're just cameras. But because they're everywhere now, the contrivance and the manipulation is all around us. It is, as soon as that camera comes out at brunch with your friends, No one there is connecting anymore, and no one is themselves for another moment. You pull it out when you're hanging out with your husband, when you're hanging out with your kids, when you're hanging out with whoever. As soon as that camera's on, you are off. You're gone. You're not there anymore. Nobody's there anymore. It's you and the ether. The connection is broken. The connection's lost. I don't believe anything else that comes out of the other end of that camera. I won't believe it. It's a story being told. It's not real. I don't know why I'm so turned up about this, but this interview, this is what makes good art, is it makes you feel something. So I don't want to hear it with y'all with 17 followers who think you're so interesting and neat, because my thing is just for like my audience, because it's real. It's not real. You're lying. It's not real. Sorry. It's not real.
Came down like as a planned move.
No. So the fires happened in Pasadena. My dad was in Vietnam. He's got Agent Orange. His whole shit, he can't breathe. So he had to get out of Los Angeles. So when the fires happened, we all evacuated.
All right, this part's boring. But they nailed the first 2 minutes. And so this guy, the host, he can actually relax now because they nailed the first 2 minutes. It's weird. It's noteworthy. He has Shia LeBeouf the guest. He just now has to make sure that he keeps this thing rolling as long as he can go, because the more time, the better for YouTube's algorithm. This boy's going to get paid off of this. Channel 5, like, who ever heard of that? Who knew? But you've heard of it now. All right, I'm skipping ahead to one more spot because I only got a couple minutes here. This can be like your pregame to watch the Shia LaBeouf interview. Wow. One other thing I want to say is, this is on the other side of the internet for me. This would have never hit my algorithm. I would never, ever see this interview. None of my friends are going to mention it to me. Nobody's going to send it to me. I never would have heard of this. And as such, I'm fascinated to see even the ads that it's showing me are like stuff that I would never see. Oh my God, I've run way over time. Last one.
Well, you fucking wound up pretty solid, bro. Look at you.
You don't care. Stop that. Don't talk about him. You don't care about him.
No weird files, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say. And they
All right, let's just say this last thing. It's about the way that men say fucking, okay? It's about the way that men say the word fucking when they're trying to, like, they don't know what to use as a filler word. They don't want to lose control of the person sitting in front of them. They don't want to lose this sort. I think sometimes guys feel like we have to be leaning into our so that like the person on the other side is almost, it's not about connection. It's about having that other person like under your control. And so like you get guys, they always like, I know. It's like you hold on to the, it's like an attack. It's like, oh, goodbye.